Hello there. Welcome to EMS Grade 9. In this video, I want to look at March Section A questions, and we're going to look at multiple choice questions that we have. Question one. Circle the amount of 3,000 pistols from the T is the one who is receiving a JG. So the one we have to response. We go to the next part of our question, which is our 1.2. AK Masilo, the owner of Reja Both Restaurant, increased his capital contribution from 20,000 rands to 35,000 rands. Receipt number 01 was issued on the 5th of March 2023. How much will be recorded in the books of Reja Both Restaurant? So, given the information that we are given there by 35,000, so 50,000, and we could see is our correct response. And then we go to 1.3. 1.3 reads on the 3rd of May 2023, Leo residents received an EFT payment of 4,500 rands from C Modulo for his child's accommodation. How will the above transaction be recorded? Basically, we are seeing that the money that has been received be our rent income. We have rent income as one of the we look for the other account that we have there. Obviously, there is an EFT payment that is involved, so bank and rent income. So in terms of now, is it cash payments journal? If you go May 2023, your residence. So here it's going to be so it becomes our correct response. So we go to the next question that we have, which is going to be our 1.4. So 1.4 is a remote furniture factory sold office furniture to Mango Orbit College for 35,000 rands cash with a profit markup of 35%. How much was the cost price of the goods sold? So basically here, remember we've got a formula which says cost price plus our markup. Our markup, remember, profits meaning the same, and then we add our price. So that's the representation that we in percentages. Cost price is always 100%. So you add 25%. So this is your cost price plus this is your markup, which is the profit, and you get your selling price. So this is the representation that we have. So the figure price, remember we can get it there. 5,000 is the selling price. So 25,000 is represented by 125%. So we're saying 125 is equals to represented with 100% looking for. So we can just use a simple proportion where we say what we don't have is 100, so it becomes the 25, which is going to be the denominator. We multiply 5,000 over 1. You see that the answer that we are going to get there is going to be 28,000. So we have 28,000 as our response. So we have 28,000 G, which becomes our correct response. So this is our question, which is going to be your 1.5. And 1.5 reads on the 20th of October 2023, Miss Clean sold merchandise that cost 5,500 rands to Borit, a shop. The profit made was 1,200 rands. Receipt number 04 issued. How much was the selling price of the goods sold? So basically, we go back to our formula, which says our cost price plus our markup. The markup, we said it's also the profit that is asking for. Being asked is 7,500 our profit price, and it becomes the correct response. So 1.6. 1.6, Zambia Traders regularly fuels the business baki with petrol and pays 1,350 rands by EFT. What are the three columns used to record the above transaction? So obviously we have Zambia Traders is the one who is paying. So obviously we need the name of, and then by paying petrol, and petrol becomes the representation of fuel. So we have got the fuel. We have got fuel as our term that is going to under fuel. So we can just put our fuel with fuel D, and then obviously this mark also. So we have a D, D because. So we go to the next part of our question. That's about the understand the account column in the cash payment journal. So what has been the most other vehicles? Remember, we can use the umbrella term vehicles where everything in terms of motor cars are going to fall under the vehicles, the delivery van falls under vehicle. So we have C as our correct answer that we're there. Then we've got 1.8. The following transactions were taken from the books of Gebu Traders, amongst others, transactions for February 2023. 13, on 13, that is bought goods from Ways wholesalers and paid by EFT, 67,000. And 22, Kulaka Maize Farm delivered merchandise to Gebu Traders for 22,000 rands paid by EFT. So those are the transactions that we're having. And the question is saying, how much did the business spend on trading stock in February 2023? So obviously, we now go back and try to calculate how much was spent. But from West sellers paid 67,000, so we got 60,000 here. And also on 22, Kuluza maize farm delivered what traders the one is receiving. So we are going to say 67,000 plus your 22,000. And then you calculate it correctly there, you're going to get your 89,000. And this becomes your answer. And we have got 89 can be. This is what we have on this part. And we'll go to the next question, which is going to be your 1.9. 1.9 is extract of balances from the books of TKZ traders. We've got Metro dealers, 10,000 rands. Gabani traders, 45,000 rands. Transaction for April 2023. On the 2nd of April, purchased the goods for 10,000 rands on credit from Metro dealers. On the 28th of April, TKZ traders settled the amount owing to Metro dealers to date. How will the transactions on the 28th of April 2023 be recorded in the books of TKZ traders? That is on the 28th of April 2023. But we are told that the transactions which took place, we had at the beginning, we had Metro dealers at a balance of 10,000, and then Rabani dealers at 45,000. Then the transaction for April 2023 purchased the goods for 10,000 on credit from Metro dealers. Then TKZ settled the amount owing to Metro dealers to date. So we go back to the figure that we are having for Metro dealers and try to see we have got 10,000 that we have there. You'd see that on Metro dealers 10,000, this becomes the original credit that we have. There was a further purchase 10,000 that we had at the beginning, plus you get to 40,000. So it means the amount that is the transaction is now 40,000. So that is the amount of that. So basically, now we are purchasing from Metro is going to involve the creditors control. So we have the creditors control A. So we have A as correct response. Then we go to 1.10. 1.10 Todaro traders pays 1,200 for weekly wages to each of the 5 workers of the business. How much will be recorded weekly? Very simple. We have 1,200 for weekly for each worker. Is 1,200 for each worker. Then we've got 5 workers now. How much will be recorded? So obviously, we need to multiply there by 5. Get your 6,000. So we have our 6,000 that we have. Then we go to the next one, 1.1, 1.11. VG stores paid 5,220 to Ambobela municipality by EFT for water and electricity account, in which 2 columns will the amount be recorded. So we have obviously here we are saying VG stores paid 5,220 to Ambobela municipality by EFT for water and electricity account, in which 2 accounts will the amount be recorded. So this will be the cash payment journal. Remember, it will be recorded in the cash payment journal since VG is paid. So we are seeing that in the cash payment journal, they are paying 5,220, which is obviously going to be our bank the section. So you could bank and start the account. Water electricity at A is because we don't have a column water electricity in the cash payment journal. So in that scenario, we need to post that transaction into the sundry section, sundry account section. So basically, that's what we have there on 1.11. Then we move on to the next part of our question, which is now going to be 1.12, which reads Bonello traders had stock to the value of 1,200, which is now cost price when sold on account. A profit of 550 rands was made. How much was the sale price? So basically, we go back to this profit, which is this price. We are seeing that cost price we're giving it here is 1,250. We add the two, you're going to get 1,000 without the correct answer. Then 1.13, data's journal of quiz traders, February 2023. We're given the data's journal. And the question is, what is the markup percentage? So basically, simple as it is, we are just going to say our sales, we have got sales and cost of sales. We use to calculate the markup is profit. So this is the formula. So we have the cost of sales 1,400, but we don't have the profit. So we have to calculate the profit first by saying costs. Subtract 1,400. So try to calculate it essentially. Here you try to calculate it. See 100 minus 1,400. Then 1,400 here divide by 1,400, and then multiply by 100 over 1. Then get your final answer. So by saying 2,100 minus 1,400, you are going to get your 700. And then you divide by 1,000, that's 50% B is our correct response. So we have B is our correct response. Then move on to the next part. Just try to do this. So going to 1.14, merchandise sold on account to Madoda Nzima for 890 rands. Invoice number 10 was issued. What is the source document used to record the above transaction? So this was sold on account. So basically that's where we have got the key, where we have got sold on account, which means it's on credit to Madoda Nzima. So obviously, there's when we are selling on account, it's not on cash basis. So obviously, it's on credit. And the source document that we're going to have, it's an invoice, but it's going to come in the form of a duplicate credit invoice. It will be a duplicate credit invoice, which we are having in D. So we have D. So we got a 01 for goods sold on credit to TTF, 840 rands, cost of sales 510 rands, issued invoice number 1 for goods sold on credit. So obviously, goods sold on credit recorded debtors journal. So we have debtors journal there. Which of the following defines a creditor? But the creditor basically, we're saying it's a business or an individual who we bought goods from on credit. So let's try to see according to our options. Individual business that provides services or product, but we don't know whether it's purchases, services on or product. So we don't know whether it's cash or credit. Again, we're going to see individual or business that owes money, and then the individual business to whom money is owed. To whom money is owed means we are owing that individual money or owing that business. So remember, that is now the description that we are looking for of a creditor. So we have D. We have 1.70, which journal is used to record the credit purchases. Obviously, this is going to be the creditors journal, which we are having B. So we are having B as a correct response. And 1.8 paper and air fresheners costing 150 rands and 200 rands respectively. What will be recorded inside the account? So basically, the question is asking what description are we going to give to, obviously these are consumable stores. We have consumable stores D. It's we got D here. So we go to the next part of our question, which is 1.19. Cash stores what computers of credit for 81,000 from Rebus Felicius 3. Which columns of the creditors journal are used to record the above transaction? Cash stores bought computers of credit for 81,000 rands from Rebus Felicius. Invoice number 109 was issued. So the question is asking which columns of the creditors journal are used to record the above transaction. So obviously we have something that is being bought, and we have furnitures. We know that furnitures fall under equipment. I remember we'll be having a column for equipment. So obviously we are supposed to post it to the equipment column. So we are saying on 19, we have got our C. That's the correct response. We have got tenders, control, and equipment. So basically we have C. Then 1.20, Nuna shop bought packing materials for 10,000 rands and office stationery for 2,000 rands on credit from Rustenburg, was the creditors control account. We go back to the transaction. Nuna shop bought packing materials at 10,000 rands and office machinery for 2,000 rands on credit from Rustenburg sellers on the date of May. How much will be recorded in the creditors control account? So obviously we have got our 10,000. Let me get just maybe. So we are saying we have 10,000. Then we also have an extra 2,000. And then we got our A. So A becomes the correct response that we have. Then 121 on the 1st of April 2023. These traders received 4,200 from a tenant. Which one of the following classified the accounts in the above transaction? This is an effect on the account equation. So remember, our account equation is indicated as assets is equals to owner's equity plus liability. So basically, we try to see what happens in terms of effect on the account equation on that transaction. Bank, increase bank, and we've got a plus, which is an increase. And then obviously the other double rent income is adjusted in the profit and loss account. Other income is going to increase the net profit figure. So the net profit figure will increase, and then the net profit figure is also going to increase the owner's equity figure. Remember on the formula that says get our capital balance, closing capital balance, we say opening capital. We add your net profit. So basically, if your net profit increases, it's also going to increase the capital, the final capital balance sheet. So that's an increase which leads to an increase of owner's equity in owner's equity. So we are seeing that on on B, asset increase and owner's equity increase. So B. So this is what we've guys caught into this video. Hopefully the video was helpful. Let's stay tuned for more videos to come. We are going to upload more typical examination questions on this channel. So let's get notified. So let's subscribe and share. And let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 9 EMS. And let's meet again in the next video. As for this video, I'm out.